There you go. All right. So now we're live. Good evening, everyone. Uh-oh, I don't want to do that. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk. I feel bad for you. Oh, I'm sorry that you feel bad for me. I don't know why, but thank you, I suppose. All right, Dividend Stock Talk brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. You bought some Nikes today. Cool beans. Today and yesterday were beautiful. Yes, they were, Leroy. Happy, happy. I don't know about you guys. I did very well this week. Everything just kind of flowed nicely. All right, I had one hiccup, and I think I took care of it. Mark, what you up to? How you doing there, Mr. Wellington? All right, so all that being said, what stock are you looking at for next week? Ooh. Well, let's go through a few. Let's go through a few and see if we can pick some together. All right. So, on our list for tonight, LTC. What the heck is LTC? Oh, before we do that, hold on. Before we go any further, I got to do the disclaimers. Keep myself from getting in trouble. What percentage of your account do you allocate to each purchase? Okay, Tom Pell. 98% of all my funds are invested at all times. I got a credit card, a debit card attached to my trading account. So anytime I need something, the money's right there. I make my money every single Monday. I buy a stock, I sell the covered call. The covered call gives me a premium. That premium is about 1%. And that pays for my lifestyle, makes me a happy camper, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. So here's some of the disclaimers. You ready? I'm not an accountant. I'm not a broker. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm basically nothing. Absolutely nothing. You shouldn't listen to me at all. Matter of fact, everything I say, write it down, check it yourself. Check the numbers yourself. Am I reading the right numbers? Is all the math working out? Am I looking at the right charts? Am I blowing smoke? No. Check up the screen behind me. Right here, this screen. Ooh, look at that. The screen behind me is live on YouTube. So if you don't want to look at me, you just want to see me pointing at the numbers and showing you which ones I'm trying to get a little bit more interactive with the cursor. So for those of you watching the big screen, you know what I'm talking about. I didn't get that question on YouTube. Sorry, it flashed so quick. All right, so it's it's live on YouTube. So I'm going to try to use the cursor a little bit more. That way you know what it is I'm looking at while I'm moving it around. Okay, I got a couple of comments. It might be better that way. I'm going to do the best I can. Coach Joe B, nothing but the best baller around. Thank you for all you do. Hey, Coach Joel, thank you for that. All right, so anyway, let's get rolling. Let's get ready to rumble. All right, you see, I grew up in the 80s. Anyway, it was a wonderful freaking time in the 80s. Minnie, English or Spanish? Oh, I'm doing just fine, but thank you. 1% a week. Yep, flash froze at 1% a week. I've made more than 1% this week. I did a trade this afternoon. I couldn't believe it. It was like, I think it was 13%. Do I still have it right here? Yes, that was the very last stock I did this morning. 13.25% for 1 week. That's nuts. It's like, no, and I don't normally do this. So I'm not going to bait and switch and saying, hey, you should join because this you can get. No. That I almost never get a percentage like that for a week. Almost never. Okay. Now it's a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Every once in a while you'll get a big number, but that's it's like a black swan event. NLY, nice bonus. Yes, it's a nice bonus. How many positions are you trading per week? Um, I'm okay. So hypothetically speaking, okay, they consider me as a professional trader because I make 5 trades a day. If you make 5 trades a day, you are considered as a professional trader, and you get all these kind of cool perks from the IRS. So my income is business, not personal. Anyway, how you doing? I get a little bit cough in my throat. It's that post-nasal drip syndrome. Twice a year when the pollen's heavy, it's like, ugh. Inspire me more. How are you doing? Okay, so let's get rolling. So I couldn't believe that this afternoon because when we were checking in, I had a little bit of extra money just sitting there for some strange reason. So I took a look at a few things and I got this position. I said, that can't be right. But it was. It was awesome. All right, anyway. No, it doesn't normally happen. No, no, no. Okay. It is slow. It is boring. It is 1% per week. But here's the thing about it, it's safe, it's predictable, and it's consistent. Okay. So, how did it come about? Well, these for you new people here. Um, when my daughter was 9 years old back in the 80s, no, wait a minute, back in '08, okay, I'm stuck in the 80s. Back in 2008, my daughter was 9 at the time. She's going to be 25 this year. Holy cow. When she was 9, she wanted to do what I was doing. I was trading, and I was doing it as a hobby then. Okay, because I had all this money, couldn't figure out what to do with it. And I tried anyway. So she wanted to trade like I was trading. So here's the challenge: trying to teach a 9-year-old how to trade stocks. Well, I had to come up with the 5 criteria in order to create a strategy that would be work for her. It had to be simple. Remember, ninth grade. I mean, 9 years old. It had to be safe. It had to be predictable. It had to be consistent. And then, the most importantly, no way she could lose. A 9-year-old little girl, I didn't want her crying, then I want to hear from her mother, and I didn't want to sleep on the couch. No, all the time. They kept everybody happy. So, 5 rules. Never buy something you don't want to hold long term, because you just might have to. I traded stocks in bondage. Cool type things. Took me forever to realize the difference. Huh? That's funny. All right, anyway. Never buy something you don't want to hold long term, because you just don't know how long you're going to hold it. Now, I've been trading for 20 years. The longest I've ever held anything was 9 months. Okay, that was last year. Very rarely do I ever hold something that long. But I held that one for 9 months. What was that? Kimberly Clark. Happy Friday there, Joe. So Kimberly Clark I carried for 9 months. Yeah, not that I was pregnant or anything. The stock went down, well, kind of, but it was inversed, so stock went down. It didn't bulge up, like, no, it went down. It went down, came back up. I finally got out of it, but I had it for 9 months. So I collected 3 dividends and about 20 premiums. And it's the premiums is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking to capture the dividend. I like the fact that there's a dividend, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to get the run up. Did you cost the average Kimberly Clark to try to get out faster? Did I cost average? No, I didn't, because I'll dollar cost average to a certain point. So if I have 5 positions, it's 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%, right? So 98% of all my money is invested at all times. So if one of my stock goes down, I have a little bit of money to dollar cost average, but then I'll be down to 4 positions and not 5. Okay, and then the amount I have allocated for that one that is down, it kind of throws the math off. So I try not to. Is it okay to sell deep in the money calls? You can get a higher premium. Jimmy, yes, you can get a higher premium. However, do the math. This is how you do the math on that situation. You'll see deep in the money is not a good idea, right? So at this moment in time, this is Nike, 73.45. Let's get rid of this one because it expired today. 12 July's all gone. Bye-bye. F was in the money today. Yee, made my 1%. All right, Hollywood. Okay, so let's continue. Johnny, how you doing? Johnny, I tried to call you twice today. Johnny Q. Will M and MBA be a good buy for Monday? We're going to take a look at Macy's, and we'll take a look at Walgreens. But let's progress as what I was saying, okay? I forgot what I was saying. Get my choo-choo train off the rail, and I forget. All right, so if I'm buying Nike at 73.45, the closest one's going to be the 73. Okay, not the 74, but 73. To figure out how much you're making, how much your profit is, you take the strike price, okay, 73, and you add what you're collecting as a premium, $1.13, and that's your sale price. Okay, so if I buy it today, I sell this, you add this and this together, so I'm actually getting 74.13. Okay, so I'm buying it for 73.45 and I'm selling it for 74.13. And you subtract one from the other, that's your profit. You take that profit and you divide it by the purchase price. That will give you your rate of return. I'm looking for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Sorry, miss you. No, it happens. I bought some 2025 calls. Whoa. Why? Probably cheap, but you're tying up that money. Okay, so let's say hypothetically speaking, all right? Hold on a second, Adam. Adam Portward. Is that right? Portward? Portwood. Okay. So you're tying up that little bit of money to get whatever return you're going to get. So I'm thinking, if I do my math in my head, 2025 is 6 months from now. So you're tying up that money for 6 months. So are you getting at least, because if you can get 1% per week here, okay, and you're tying up your money for 6 months, that's 26 weeks. So you should at least be getting 26% or higher return for holding it that length of time. Anyway, just my thought on that long-term play. I only got one call. Sorry, I missed it. Yep. All right. You only, whoops. You only said 2 of the 5 rules. Ooh, thank you for reminding me. I'm getting old and I get sidetracked, and then I get that, wait, squirrel. I get sidetracked really easily. Okay, so the 5 rules. Never buy something you don't want to hold long term. Never sell at a loss. Make sure the company has 20 years of increased dividends, weekly options, and make sure the numbers work. We just went over some of the numbers. Okay, what am I buying it for? What am I selling it for? What am I collecting? And is that 1% or more? If it is, great. Then I go look at the chart. I want to see the high, the low, where it was, where it is, where it's moving. Okay, charts tell an interesting story, and I only need them to whisper in my ear about the next 5 days. I want to buy it on a Monday. I want to be out on a Friday. It's actually that simple. If I buy it at 73.45, I want to sell the 73s. If it stays above 73, come next Friday, I'll be back into cash the following Monday. And that's what I want. I'm like 1% every week on a good quality stock. We all know who Nike is. So one of the biggest questions, a couple of them, number one, does it make sense? That's number one. Okay. Number two is, do I like Nike and do I want to hold Nike for the long term? That's not my plan, but if I have to hold it long term, which means it's going to go down, it's going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to go up. Okay, you have to decide what plan you want. Do you want capital appreciation? If so, great, buy it. At what point do you sell it? You decide that before you buy anything. And never buy something without the exit in mind. It's like never walk into a restaurant without knowing where the exits are. Can you try again tomorrow? I'll see what I can do. DM me again, because once I click on the DM and I answer or reply, it disappears. And then you're relying on my memory, and then that's your own damn fault. I've been kind of enjoying the retired life. It's kind of fun. Anyway, where are we? Nike. All right. So I went over the rules, went over the criteria. So what I'm looking for every single week is I want to look at all the stocks in the stock market. Okay, we checked yesterday, 9,597. It changes every week. More and more companies going onto the stock market. Okay. Good evening. Hey, residents. I made over 5% today. Cool. Jumped in. Hey, if you can't jump on a real wave, you might as well jump on a, I don't know, what do you call it? Profit wave. I'm getting too old for that surfing, but I want to try it. I do. I want to go surf at one time. I want to get up on that board. Never done it before. Went to California once, tried to rent a surfboard, and they don't rent surfboards. That shows you how long ago it was. I went in California. Baba has paid well this week. Yes, but Alibaba doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends. Don't get me wrong. I do trade Alibaba in a different trading strategy, but I want to focus on this trading strategy here tonight because it's simple, it's safe, it's predictable. Simone, how are you today? Jimmy, what do you think about WFC for next week? Ooh, it is on the list. Jane Downer, how you doing? Sig, okay, since I don't have a lot of cash to buy a stock, would a bull call spread work? Oh yeah, bull call bull call spreads are awesome, but I don't talk about them here. There's only one trading strategy I teach here, and the reason why It is simple, it is safe, it's predictable, it's consistent. Okay? I'm old school. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay? I get about 50% per year. It's easy to teach and it's easy. I'm more concerned about sharing the information with other people because you guys should be able to take advantage of this also. The easy way to surf in Hawaii, California surfing is more advanced. Okay. I have no problem whatsoever hanging out in Hawaii. Might not be this year. Anyway, yes, because I've committed to do this for a whole year. So I got another 6 months to go. I missed 2 days in 6 months. 2 days in 6 months. 9:30 to 11. Wait a minute, 9 to 11:30 every single night, and I only missed 2 out of half a year. I think that's pretty damn good. Anyway, where are we? Ooh, check this out. Top of the list for tonight, Mara. We like Mara, and we've traded Mara many times. MARA. Ooh, I like the chart. And let's check out the numbers. 2089. Okay. The closest strike price doing a covered call, which, by the way, I don't think I said it tonight. Covered call is one of the absolute safest trading strategies there is. That's why I taught it to my daughter. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. Just find out when a company. Ooh, did I tell you about that? I don't think I said anything about that. Before we go to Mara, okay? That's what I was on. Got sidetracked. Okay. 9,597 companies in the stock market. Out of them, half of them pay dividends, half of them don't. A dividend is nothing more than our share. We're the buyers and sellers. Our share of the company's profits. So if the company is profitable, they share with us the dividends. That's why I like them so much. Because not if, when the stock drops. Okay? What if it just keeps on going and going and going? I don't lose money until I sell. So if I buy it up here and I collect a 70-cent dividend, okay, every single quarter I'm going to get a dividend. And every single year that dividend is going to get higher and higher. So I never lose I never lose money until I sell at a loss. And I refuse to sell at a loss because it just doesn't make sense to me. Why play a game if you're going to play that way? What are your thoughts on Kroger buying Jewel Osco? Okay. I have no comment on that one. Hold on a second. My problem is that I can't trade American options on my exchange, but I can trade American stocks. Well, here's the issue. You need a little bit of research on what is called VPN. Okay, just pay a monthly fee to a VPN. It's a virtual private network, and you can trade anywhere in the world. You can sign in anywhere in the world. You can be in London and sign in to the internet in Chicago, and then you can open up a trading account through your VPN. If you like Mara, look at BTBT, CISC, Rian Riot, all looking bullish, no financial advice. Yeah, I get that, but Mara, I get. I never heard of BTBT. Okay, I never heard of CLSK IREN. Okay, Riot is that the band, the hair band from the 80s? No, I never heard of any of those, but Marathon. Okay, so my assumption would be they probably don't fit in this category. Let's go real quick. BTBT, never heard of it. $3.80. Okay. How often have they increased their dividends? BTBT. Am I reading that correct? No dividends? Okay. So apparently you didn't read the title of the show where it says dividend investing for cash flow. And you're giving me a company that doesn't have any dividends. So you're just wasting our time. Not something I would look at. I don't care what the chart looks like. if and when the stock goes down, if I'm not getting a higher and higher and higher dividend, yeah, I got 300 stocks to keep track of. You think I want 301, and you think I want 301 to be something that's not going to share their profits? And how do I know if they're profitable? So it's a no for me. That's a no. Okay. So let's go back to where we were and get back onto the list, because the list, I've heard of those. How often do you mainly update your watch list, Aristocrats? Well, they update the list every year. Okay, the beginning of every year they update the Dividend Kings list, the Dividend Aristocrats, the Dividend Champions. All those lists get updated in the beginning of every year. So as soon as we get the updates, I check the numbers. You know, if it's on the list, well, I don't need to check it because it's still on there. The new ones, yeah. WFC. Ooh, I like Simone. I like Wells Fargo. Is Wells Fargo? Probably won't get it tonight. WFC only because I got a huge list and you guys keep asking me questions. All right, what do I think of SEDG? Sam, I'm terribly sorry, dude. I've never heard of them. Now, just off the top of my head, okay, I've been doing this for 20 years. So if you think you have a stock that I have not noticed before that has 20 years of increased dividends, weekly options, and consistently moves up before they pay the dividend, hey, more power to you. But where do I pay taxes if I use a VPN from Europe? Oh my God, why are you so excited about paying taxes? See, as a European, okay, you can, this is not legal advice. This is not legal advice. As somebody not from the United States, you can open up your account. I believe it's called resident alien, which means you're someone from another country, what do you call it? Having some kind of legal residence here. Legal, it's called non-resident alien. Oh, no, resident alien. Okay, you open up under that account, and resident aliens don't pay taxes. So if you make money, you have to deal with your country's taxes. Because if you're making money from the United States, you got to figure out what kind of taxes you got to pay when you take that money back in. Or you could just have it converted into cryptocurrency and have that transferred in. That's one way you can do it legally, if your country accepts cryptocurrency, but you can always sell your cryptocurrency at the other end. But I've never seen somebody so eager to pay taxes, though. But where do I pay my taxes if I use a VPN from Europe? Why would you want? See, the idea is, okay, let the government work on the legal taxes they collect. Okay, when you buy some, cigarettes, booze, firearm, whatever, they have a federal tax. Okay, federal tax. That's where the federal government gets their money. The income tax does nothing but pay the interest on the debt that they accumulate from the money they give away to everybody. So income tax is your duty to come up with a legal way to pay as least amount of taxes as possible. Now I'm going to stop talking about that because last time I did, I got flagged saying, "You're a naughty boy, don't talk about that." Oh. Does the safe come from in play because you own the stock? That's part of it. Okay, now owning the stock and doing a covered call, that's one of the prerequisites. You got to own the stock first before you can sell a covered call. So wherever you buy your stock at, okay, that's where you jump on the merry-go-round. If you buy it at 382, well, you own it at 382 until you sell it. Okay, so as long as you never sell for less than what you paid for it, and it has a weekly option. Look at the 382, the fours are going for 15 cents. That is like that shy of the 4% trade. If you like this company, Bit Digital, okay, but they don't have, I don't think they have, did I have dividends? Is that what I was looking at? Yeah, but they don't have dividends. Okay, the chart looks nice. Okay, the chart looks nice. Here's your bottom, there's your top, here's your bottom. She's going to the upside. All right, great. However, I would never look at it because they don't pay dividends. James, Mara doesn't pay dividends either. Yeah, but every once in a while we let one slide. I think we got Mara off of, I think it was Warren Buffett's list, or someone in the group passed it along. So as a courtesy in the group, I passed it along, and it was making nice numbers. So it was sure, why not? So I do bend the rules once in a while. Hey y'all, it's me. Hey y'all, it's me. Yep. Uh-oh. All right. Next question. Good. Sorry, boss. Was just talking to my Maribel here. Hey, I like Mara. James Mara doesn't have dividends either. Yes, I'm well aware of that. Where are you looking for this stuff at? Dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders, Warren Buffett's list. That's over 300 300 companies right there from those five lists. That 5 lists give you 300 companies that have all increased their dividends for more than 20 consecutive years. 9,597 companies we checked last night. That's a lot of companies to choose from, but only somewhere about 300 make it to my list. My list is very particular. 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options. Okay, well, I want weekly cash flow. That's why I use the weekly options. Okay, and then the dividend stocks with the 20 years of increased dividends. Well, if you're paying a dividend, which is share of a profit, okay, that's our share. If we buy the stock, that is our share of the company's profits. And it's just that simple. So if every single year for 20 consecutive years, they've increased it year after year after year, that means the company is being run well and it's continuously profitable. That's where I want to invest my money. I really don't care about these fly-by-night companies that go from, $50 all the way up to $1,200. I don't care about that. I am too old to ride that pony. Sorry. If you're here looking for that, you're in the wrong place. I'm slow. I want slow, predictable, and consistent, and mostly safe. Okay, I'm 60. I do not want to have forced to go back to work. No, 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 no. I live very comfortably on what I get in my 1% per week. And I'm just sharing the love. That's it. All right. That being said, let's take a look at the next one on our list. SMH. I was thinking SMJ, which is Smuckers. SMH. Never heard of them. It's an ETF. And I'm pretty sure ETFs don't have dividends. I'm pretty sure. SMH. All right. SMH. Let's see. Oh, I'm all excited now. They've paid one dividend. December 18th, 2023. That was 6 months ago. No, that's no. Ben, now I'm pretty sure Ben is monthly. Pretty sure. Because yeah, it is. I don't do Ben that often. ARM. This is all the listed stuff you guys give me. Okay, ARM, I'm not going to go any further because it's going to be a no. The reason why it's a no before I even look at the dividends, look at where she is. It's at the high of the year. Okay, that's another ride at the carnival I can't do. I can't do the fast pony. I can't do the skydive. Okay, I like the merry-go-round. I jump on the merry-go-round. I buy the stock. I sell it to someone else. I get off the merry-go-round. I say thank you very much, and then I jump back onto a different merry-go-round. All right. Do you invest in YieldMax? Nope. Does book value matter? Yes, Jimmy, it does. I'll give you a perfect example. Let's ignore the fact that NVIDIA doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends. Let's ignore that just for the fun of it. Okay. So we got General Motors, GM, okay, $49 stock. Okay, the book value on that, I believe, is 47, 48, somewhere in that area. Okay, so if this company, got ordered to liquidate and pay off all the investors, okay, we're getting almost dollar for dollar. Okay, almost dollar for dollar. Now, let's take a look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA, what is it, 100? NVDA. Okay, 129 bucks. Okay, 129 bucks. Let's ignore everything else about it. Just the number, 129. The book value on Nvidia is $2. What's worse is the dividend is 1 penny. So does the book value matter? To me, it does. I would never do a stock $2 book value that was trading at 10 times the actual value. I'll go 3 or 4 times. That's good, but not 10 or more. Yeah, that's a little bit too ridiculous for me. But that's me. I'm very particular on what I pick because it's my money. I mean, nobody has more interest in your money than you. So nobody has more interest in my money than me. So I want to pick a winning horse. Okay. And ooh, do you remember the movie Moneyball? I don't need a home run. I don't need a home run hit. I just need someone to get on base. Just need someone to get on base. That's it. I just want the 1%. I really don't care. Just want the 1%. And I prefer it to be a company that I feel safe with. Okay. Nvidia, no. Okay. I like the book value to be closer than $2 to 129. Here's the kicker, though. Okay, a couple of weeks ago, when Nvidia was $1,200 a share, remember they recently did a 10-to-1 split. 10-to-1 split. It was $1,200. Now it's 120. But when it was $1,200, the book value was still $2, and the dividend then